Hey everybody, Min Chocolate here with another video from Disney Sorcerer's Arena. So today, really quick, one, thanks to, I hope nobody's forgotten about me. It's been a long time since I made a video, had a lot going on in real life. Obviously, planned to do a lot before I left and moved, but that didn't happen, so here today. So a lot's gone on in the game. Obviously, I've still been playing, but haven't been making too much content lately. So lots happened, and so the really big thing that's obviously happened is that we now have Elsa in the game. Teased for forever, knew it was coming, so Elsa's here, and I'm not going to be able to unlock her in this go-around unless I throw out some fat cash, which I'm not willing to do. Maybe if I hit 1,000 subs, or maybe if I hit another milestone in the next 9 days, I'll invest a little bit to try to unlock Elsa. But for right now, these are my Frozen characters. So here we go. A lot of other people are doing like gameplay, talking about it. So here's what I want to do. I want to talk about, does this affect the farming guide? Does the release of Elsa affect how you should be planning your strategy for farming like everywhere? I'll show you really fast what I mean. So early game to mid game to even late game, the strategy is and has been since forever Shan Yu, Mordu, Hades, in that order in the tournament. Now Anna's in the tournament exchange. In here, it's always been Jack Sparrow, and then you could be working on Mickey at the same time, but then Mickey, and now Kristoff's here, right? If you go into the Grand Campaign, the Grand Campaign has always been Mickey or Aladdin, or when you get far enough that you're going to be going for, I passed it already, Dr. Facilier, right? Well, now you have Olaf and you have Sven both here. Olaf and Sven, right? And then you have kind of a similar thing happening with the Villains campaign. For the longest time, it was like you could do Aladdin here, Jasmine's here, who you need for one of the Aladdin event, but now Kristoff's here, and you have Anna as well. Anna's later on. But, you know, you're seeing like a lot of these characters now, like, are you going to be farming it here? Now, expect this, well, like, this is my farming guide will be coming out later this week. In addition, well, like next week. In addition, I will also, Cozy put out his top teams. I'll be putting out my top teams for like the mid game. Cozy's kind of late game, so I'm going to be doing my top teams in the mid game. Teams you should be focusing on, teams that work really well and are easy to farm. So those two videos are coming out next week. I'm really excited about them. I'm working on it for a long time. Haven't been able to make videos about it, but it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really, really, really excited about it. But like the introduction to that video where I'm going to talk about like your mid-game farming, a lot of like my view on it, because I'm coming from a different place than like the Titans, who a lot of them are beta players. They have a lot of experience with the game, but it's been a long time since they've been in mid-game. So that's why kind of like I want to add my perspective on it. So here's my perspective. Here's what you're going to see in that video. I'll have infographics and everything for it. But what you're going to look at right now is the best thing you can do is to do Shan Yu. Shan Yu's still the best character in the game. That didn't really change. Jack Sparrow is still probably the first thing you're going to farm in the shop. At the point that I really think it starts to make a difference, in the exchanges at least, is after Mordu. Then if you don't have Anna, because then you can be investing in Anna. I think Hades is such a long-term investment that it doesn't make this at best has just made it so that you could push that back a little bit. However, you should still be focusing on Jack Sparrow first in the club exchange. I still think Mickey would be the better one, but at that point, if you're in a club that's getting the max rewards or even just all but the 500 PvP, you should still have enough that you could do 2 at a time, and you could be getting Jack Sparrow and then Kristoff. after you get Mickey done. So like I've gotten Jack Sparrow done, so now I'm doing both Mickey and Kristoff, and I almost have Kristoff at 7 stars already. I think the place this makes the biggest difference is that, sorry, I hit the wrong button. What you're gonna do here is I think Elsa's a better character than Zurg, because Zurg is so hard to get because it's so expensive and you still need all the characters. So this is my humble opinion that I would do Elsa first, then Zurg. So I wouldn't be focusing on Demona here or Pete. I think they even moved Pete. Like I wouldn't be doing Pete here. I would be focusing on Anna and Kristoff in your elite. I do think that's a big change. So that's my opinion. Okay, it's obviously not gospel. I'm not a perfect player. But from what I've seen from everyone else that's been using Elsa, and from what I know for a fact based on what is available here to be farming, I honestly think the Elsa and Kristoff farms are going to be more beneficial to you overall in the long run, and in every way you're going to find that this farm is going to be a long farm to get 7 stars Elsa. Because you're going to want 7 stars, which means you're going to have 7-star Olaf, or 7 stars all the frozen characters. So, from the bottom of my heart, okay, from everything that I know about the game, this does not make it so that Kingdom is not worth investing short term and long term. Absolutely, that should be going first. But now the second thing you should be working on would be the frozen characters, both here and here. So once you got your Kingdom, I still think probably even more do. Then go for Anna here if you haven't already gotten her from investing in the elite. So the farming guide that I have, my farming guide for every single character in the entire game, granted I don't have every single character in the game, so this is some baseless speculation on the characters I don't have, based on input from other people and from what I've seen in playing in everything. I'll have a full every single character in order based on how I think you should be focused and how it's going to benefit you in the long run. But overall, I think Kingdom is still the top thing you should be working on. It's so good even in the early and mid game, and then it's still good in the end game. However, second, go for that Elsa. With that, guys, if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. You can always Discord me. It's linked in the description. And don't forget to share the videos with those that you know. I have a webcam set up that might eventually be full, so I can have my face on all these so you don't just have to stare at the screen. But for now, we're going to be working with this still. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing with your friends. If you have anything else you want me to do, just Discord me. Expect 2 awesome videos with tons of infographics of my guide to best mid-game teams and my farming guide for early to mid to late game. With that, guys, I will see you in my next videos.